What's up, everyone? It's your boy Infrar-Ed. Welcome to the Scout Report, and today I'm bringing you what I am watching slash reviewing slash live reacting to for the winter 2017 season of anime. I kind of glanced at this list before, and I can tell you this shit is looking sparse. I mean, it is full of a lot of things that I don't normally watch. I mean, just off a glance, a lot of the stuff that's coming out from other videos that I've seen from other YouTubers, it's a lot of drama, it's a lot of comedy, it's a lot of ecchi going on in the winter season. It's either that or it's full of things that is either a season 2 or 3 or something, or a series that I haven't covered before, so I wouldn't feel right really watching it. Now, on the screen here, you can see I'm using Live Chart. I use Live Chart because they actually tell me what day this stuff comes on instead of a countdown, so it's easy for me to look at this, plot my schedule together, and give you a more accurate schedule of what I'm going to bring you guys. And man, this fall season is over. It's a wrap. I mean, a lot of things are ending this week. I think almost everything is ending this week. I think it's really rare, or at least anything that I'm covering at the moment ends after this week. So it looks like we might get a few days of breather before the next season starts. I know it's a couple of episode 13s out there for some things, but even still, it'll be a couple of days before the winter season starts. And just like I was saying, it is a lot of comedy and harem type series in this winter schedule, and I'm not really down with that. I just started watching, honestly, comedy anime this year, and I would say in the summer probably. And the first thing that I've seen, or one of the first things that I've seen and started watching seriously, was Sakamoto. And then in conjunction with that, I was watching Mr. Osamatsu. So now my comedy standards for anime is like super high. It's like I start off with probably the best 2 comedies that you could ever see, especially with Osamatsu. Oh my god, that is so funny. You know what? That is like the anime version of Animaniacs. That's probably the best way I can explain Mr. Osamatsu if no one's ever seen it before. It is excellent. I'm glad I watched it. If season 2 of that ever comes out, I will be right on it. And another thing about comedy in general is that if I covered a comedy anime, I would probably have to live react, because I think that's the only way I could do it. I don't know how I could review a comedy series, but at the same time, I didn't know how I was going to review a live or a slice of life type of anime, and I end up doing Orange. So we'll just have to see. Let's just go ahead and go through the list. I can tell you guys right now, and you can probably see the first thing right here is Blue Exorcist. Let me go ahead and get that out the way before I get anything else done. I'm not going to be covering Blue Exorcist. I know. Don't throw the tomatoes at me. I'm sorry. The thing is I haven't seen Blue Exorcist since it launched on Toonami. That was like easily 2009. It might even have been earlier, but I can clearly remember it probably being 2009. I haven't seen it since then because I liked Blue Exorcist. I really did. But it was like if Blue Exorcist came on now instead of back like when I was watching it, I'll probably look at it like, you know, that was good, but I don't think I will follow it that much. So in order for me to effectively cover Blue Exorcist, I would have to go back and watch the first season all over again, because it's been so long since I've seen it. And I don't think I would have that type of time coming into the season, and I don't want to just jump in and just do a season 2 to something either, because the times I have tried that, it hasn't worked out too well. So unfortunately, I won't be covering Blue Exorcist. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more capable YouTubers than me that will be having it. But I'm going to go through his list, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to have something to offer you guys. The thing that I'm worried about is live reactions, because I don't see anything on the list when I glanced at it that made me say, you know what, I need to live react to this now. I mean, of course, I still will be covering Gundam, because Gundam is 2 core, so it won't be over. And I think that's the only carryover I have is Gundam. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the list. And starting off with Konosuba's. Just call it Konosuba. That's what everybody else calls it. Thing is, this is a 2. And another thing is, I've never seen Konosuba. And from what I can gather from people, it's one of those animes that's probably so bad that it's good. I'm hearing that from some people. Some people are saying it's great. It's a great comedy you should get into in the infamous episode 9. But I haven't seen the series myself, so I won't be able to cover that one, unfortunately. Blue Exorcist, won't be covering that. Masamune-kun no Revenge. This is by Silverlink, comedy, harem, romance, shonen. See, this is what I'm talking about. Almost every, or at least a good 50% of everything on this list is this genre. But let's see what this is about. As an overweight child, Makabe Masamune was mercilessly teased and bullied by one particular girl, Adagaki Aki. Determined to one day extract his revenge upon her, Makabe begins a rigorous regimen of self-improvement and personal transformation. All right, you about to get that body right, huh? Years later, Masamune reemerges as a new man, handsome, popular, with perfect grades, and good at sports. Masamune-kun transfers to Aki's school and is unrecognizable to her. Now Masamune is ready to confront the girl who bullied him so many years ago and humiliate her at last. But will revenge be as sweet as he thought? Now, this actually seems pretty decent. I mean, to see an anime about a guy on some revenge shit, that'd be pretty interesting. I would probably watch this myself. I will watch it myself, and if it blows me away, I would possibly review it. But that's not a promise. If anything, this would be something that I would keep loading and watch for myself. So next we got Tales of Zestria, the X, or the Cross. Second season. Again, it is a second season. I didn't get into the first season because I didn't know if I had to play the game to understand it. Because this happened to me before with Blaze Blue. I tried to watch the Blaze Blue anime and I didn't finish the game and I was lost as fuck. So every time it's a video game adaptation, I just automatically think that about an anime and I just pass up on it if I haven't played it. But I heard Zestria was pretty good, especially with them doing that tie into Berseria, which now comes out in America in January. So, I don't know, I got a lot of time off at the end of the month. I might be one of the things I try to catch up to. It's done by Ufotable, so I know they go in with the animation, but again, I think I'm just a little bit too behind to try to cover it. So, Trickster. No, I watched 2 episodes of Trickster. I was done. I am sorry that I have a review for this first episode because it was great. And then episode 2, I was like, what the hell? Then I watched episode 3 on my own. I was like, that's it. I don't see how this got 24 episodes. I'm not messing with it. Next is Kuzu no Hanakai. It's done by Lurch. Now, Lurch just gave us Magical Girl Raisin Project. So now it's kind of, Lurch is one of those companies now I look like in Lurch we trust. But again, look at the genre. Drama, romance, school, seinen. By it being seinen, that means we're going to be dealing with adults or young adults. So it might be interesting. Let's read it and see what's going on with this one. I mean, because if I review Orange, I'm pretty sure, given that everything that we have this season, I'm probably going to have to do one of these dramas. So, 17-year-old Aweya Mugi and Yasharoka Hanabi appear to be the ideal couple. They both are pretty popular and seem to suit each other well. However, outsiders don't know the secret they share. Both Mugi and Hanabi have hopeless crushes on each other, on someone else, and they are only dating each other to soothe their loneliness. Mugi is in love with Minagawa Akane, a young teacher who used to be his home tutor. Hanabi is also in love with a teacher, a young man who has been a family friend since she was little. In each other, they find a place where they can grieve for the ones they cannot have, and they share a loneliness-driven physical intimacy. Will things stay like this for them forever? Now, this does seem interesting, but it's going to end up being just like that Masamune anime up top. I would have to watch the first episode to know if that's something that I would want to dive into as far as a review. So, I don't know. I mean, as of right now, I'm 6, 7 animes in on this list, and I don't have anything that I'm covering yet. I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. The Rigatsu no Lion. March comes in like a lion. Now, this is a fabulous anime, and you guys heard me say this many times. This anime is so good and so chill, and because of that is why I can't review it, because one, I watch it really late. This is my chill anime. This is an anime I will watch like right now or a little bit later before I go to bed and get ready for work on Sunday night. It's the type of anime that I just like to sit back, get me some grub, have a drink, and just chill out and just watch this anime. It's really good. I kind of wish I was reviewing it, but at the same time, I don't know. It's some anime that even as reviewers, and a lot of reviewers have this type of outlook as far as things. There's some reviews you just want to keep for yourself, or some series you just want to keep for yourself and watch. Rigatsu no Lion is definitely one of those series. I highly recommend it for everybody. Even if you're not into slice of life, give it a try. The only thing is it might be too depressing for some people, and I don't necessarily see it as being depressing. It's a really somber anime. It's like one of those things where the main character has suffered from so much trauma in his life, and things even when he grows up keeps happening, that the really reason that you're watching it is to see him grow and see that life life will get better for him. It's really realistic, and that's what I like about it the most. But I won't be reviewing it, but I will still be watching. I'm watching it right now. I'm just not reviewing it. Now, Chaos Child. Now, this is the first anime on my list that I am going to review. Now, Steins Gate was one of the best animes I've ever seen. And Chaos Child is in that same branch or that same like visual novel party, because whenever you see that exclamation point between the letters, you're like, I don't know if they're not, I don't know if they're linked or it's like from the same type of universe or something. But anyway, I'm going to give Chaos Child a try, even though fuck Occultic 9, I did not like that anime. And people are saying that it gets better, but I really didn't want to invest myself in to keep watching it for the episodes it took for it to get better. Especially with it was so many other things on that I could be watching at the time. Now with Chaos Child, just by some of the things that we have besides harem, is all the things that automatically draws me in. Mystery, psychological is my favorite genre. Sci-fi and supernatural. So we got all that in one pot. It's a visual novel, and usually visual novels are really good. They're really gritty, and that's what I love about them. So Chaos Child, I will be reviewing, and standard 3 episodes. If it's crap after 3 episodes, I won't deal with it. But let's see what we got here. It doesn't have too much information on what it's about either. It says Chaos Child takes place in October 2015, 6 years after the events of Chaos Head. Abnormal events begin to occur in the Shibuya district, including mysterious deaths. So I'm all in for that. And people are saying that you don't necessarily have to watch or follow Chaos Child to get into this series. It's just in the same universe. So that's my very first thing that I will be reviewing, January 11th. So that looks like that is a Wednesday. So yeah, I haven't had a Wednesday anime in quite some time. So it has a free slot at the moment. Well, never mind, because I'm looking at what's next to it. But that's the all thing about Winter 2, and I kind of feel bad every time I say this. It's like at times I hope that things get more spread out, because the fall season and the summer season absolutely wrecked me, because everything I watched came on fucking Friday. Oh my god, like we had, like, summer, we had Berserk, we had 91 Days, you had JoJo, it was stuff I didn't cover, like all the ramen, and everything got loaded on either Friday or Saturday. And then when the week came around, I had nothing to cover during the week, like pretty much damn near Monday through Friday, besides like manga and anime or things that I was catching up on. And the things that were coming on during the week, I ended up dropping, like Trickster. So I'm hoping, looking through this list, I do get a more spread out schedule, because personally I would rather have something to bring every day instead of having a whole bunch of things to load up at once. Like right now, I still haven't got out a review for Recross, and it was a double episode of Ajin, so I got that coming out. I already did Gundam for the day, and there's something else that's on this list further down the line that I have to cover. So I'm hoping that if the winter doesn't give me a lot of things to cover overall, I'm hoping that the stuff that I do have is a little bit spread out. But it looks like I already have 2 things on Wednesday already, because the second one is Handshakers, which is right next to it. Studio Gohans. I have no idea who these people are, but I think they did a lot of animation work on some popular anime that came out, and it's action. That's the only thing it says is action. And again, because I'm pretty much scraping for content, I'm gonna give Handshakers a try. But a lot of people are saying that this is good, and it doesn't necessarily say it's shonen, it just says it's action, so it might actually end up being a surprise. Let's see what this is about. This anime takes place in Osaka in AD 20XX and revolves around the Handshakers, partners who can summon Nimrods, weapons born from their deep psyche by joining hands. In order to grant the pair's wish, the Handshakers compete with and fight with each other with other Handshaker pairs. The top pair would then meet and challenge God. The receivers of the revelation of Babel. They the challengers to God. They who inevitably throw themselves into battle with their partners. What does God want from them? And did they want powers exceeding that of a god? The chosen ones, their souls linked, join hand in hand for Ziggurat, where the fighting shall ensue. So this is going to be like a tournament or winner take all type of competition between people who are dependent on their partners. That sounds actually pretty damn good. So it's pretty good to see that I got two things that I'm covering back to back. The only thing is that they both come on the same day. So I'm hoping I don't get overloaded so I can make that possible. Or at the very least, I'll be able to bring out the other one the next day. So let's go down the list here. Fate Grand Order. Now, the Fate series, besides Zero Stay Night and the original Stay Night from Studio Dean, which was the Shiro route, I have not seen any of the other Fate series. Now, this looks like it's just a special, so it's only one episode. It looks like it's an OVA, so I might watch it, but it doesn't look like anything I need to cover. Unless it's really good, and then I might do a review for it. Because I'm not outside of the realm of doing, like, reviews for current OVAs. Like, I did Under a Dog, and it's way down in my list, but I watched Under a Dog, that Kickstarter anime, and I reviewed it a while back. And something like this, like if it's a one-shot movie or something, I'm not outside my lines to do it. I'm just not going to go back and do old things. Like, can you review Akira? No, everybody's reviewed Akira. Akira came out before some people were even born. So, yeah, of course people have watched it already. There's enough opinion out there for it. But if it's something new, like, for example, whenever Kuroko no Basket Extra Game, or now they call it Last Game, come out, as soon as I get my hands on that, I will be reviewing it, best believe. Now, Little Witch Academia. No, I'm going to pass on that. It's Studio Trigger, though. I love Studio Trigger. And I've heard that this is actually not linked to the other one that came out. So, January 9th, that's a Monday. Adventure, Comedy, Fantasy, Magic School. And I usually would say no to something like that, but because it's Trigger, you already know what to expect for it. You know it's going to be wild. You know it's going to be funny as hell. I might actually give this a shot. Let's read it. The story revolves around Ako, who as a child watched the witchy Shiny Chariot perform a show and from then on dreamed of becoming a witch. She enters the Luna Nova Academy, a school for witches that Shiny Chariot attended. In this new town, she meets new friends and starts a new school life. At school, she has lessons on riding brooms and the wonders of magic, but Ako and her friends Lot and Susie keep getting wrapped into tumultuous events. I mean, if anything, this sounds like this is going to be a wild ride. And do they have any way that I can mark this stuff on here? Because I need to, let's see. Can I do that and it shows up? No, it's not going to show up anywhere. Okay, so I can do that, and I can put what I'm going to cover. So let's go ahead and do that. Little Witch Academia, I will do a, at the very least, I would do a first impression on that. Chaos Child, Handshakers. So Little Witch, I would say considering. I'll leave considering marked for, first impression. And I also said first impression for Matsume, first impression for Kuzu no Hanakai. Okay, so let's go on down the line. Fuka! Now, just because of this visual right here, I want to cover it. But again, it has so many things that I just don't fuck with. Drama, ecchi, music, romance, school shonen. But it looks like the visuals are really good for it. Is that CGI or is that just really good animation? Anyway, new meetings always come suddenly. The protagonist, Yu Haruna, moves into a new town where he meets a somewhat strange girl who doesn't have a cell phone. The girl, Fuka, seems to have a strange allure that draws people to her. Very much like a summer breeze. Looks like Yu has been caught up in one wild love story. I would watch this for myself, but I don't think I'm going to waste time reviewing that. Now, Chain Chronicle. Now this has me in a conundrum because it was a very weird way that Crunchyroll is doing this because it's going to be 12 episodes. However, the 12 episodes are also going to be compiled into 3 movies. So they're going to give you 2 options. You can either watch all of the movies or you can watch the 12 episodes week by week. And it says it starts January 8th. Which is a Sunday. But as of right now, episode 1 through 4 are up on Crunchyroll. So I'm looking like fuck because I actually want to cover Chain Chronicle. But the thing is, now we have 4 episodes straight that I have to go in and look at, watch, pick apart, and review. So I think that's definitely going to be my homework assignment while I'm off for the holiday, is to get episode 1 through 4 out, unless they're going to bring another one out between then. And I don't know the schedule. I have to go back and look at the news article on Crunchyroll again. I think they just brought out the first 4. Then after that, it's going to be weekly. But Chain Chronicle is definitely on my watch list, so it will be a review for that. Rewrite, fuck rewrite. We're not going there. Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation. Now, again, this is based off of a video game. It's done by A1, and I like A1. A1, they're hit and miss. A1 has done some very good things. They've done some very bad things as well, but they've done enough good things to make me want to give them a chance every time. And I know Grand Blue is based off of a mobile game, so I'm not sure how to feel about that. I will more likely first impression it to see how things go with it, so we're going to set that to considering, especially since there is not any information on it. Akiba's Trip, the animation, action, adventure, ecchi, supernatural. No, Gonzo. Man, I haven't seen something from Gonzo since like Samurai Champloo? Man, was that it? Oh, it had to be early 2000s. It's good to see them back, but I'm not watching that. Demi Chan wa Kara. No, I'm not watching that. No. Comedy, fantasy, school. It's seinen though. Seinen. Whenever I see seinen, I always gotta take a look at it. Okay, let's see what we got. Monsters, a Legend walks among us. Going by the name Demi-humans, ever since he's discovered the Demis, one young man has become obsessed with them. So when he gets a job as a teacher at a high school for demigirls, it's a dream come true. But the Demis, who include the rambunctious vampire, a bashful headless girl, a succubus, have all the problems normal teenagers have on top of their supernatural condition. How to handle a classroom full of them? I don't know about this one. I'm going to pass on that. I might watch it for myself. And just let you guys know, I will be live reacting to Handshakers. And I'll go back to let the guys know what I would be live reacting to and what I'll be reviewing to. Now that I know, I can mark these as far as what I'm going to do. So, let's see what we got here. How the fuck do you say that? Live? Action, sci-fi, shonen, space, studio clown, fuck no. I don't even want to read that. I'm not watching anything by Period again. Or Perio, however the hell you say it. The way they fucked over Tokyo Ghoul. They have yet to do anything impressive. Naruto fell off. Naruto is in filler hell. I'm not even going to bother reading that because I'm not watching it. Now, feel free to let me know if I'm passing up on something that should be really good. And at the most, I would consider it. But I'm pretty locked on some of the things. And it's another one down here that we'll get to that, even though I love it, I'm not going to review it. But we'll get to it. Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon. Comedy, seinen, slice of life, supernatural. By Studio KyoAni. KyoAni does some pretty good stuff. But it's like they're going to make me watch a comedy this season. And I don't want to. I really don't. It's like comedy. I just want to sit back and chill. Let's see what this is about. I mean, at the very least, I think if I did pick up a comedy, it'll be fun for live reacting to. Miss Kobayashi is your average office worker who lives a boring life alone in her small apartment until she saves the life of a female dragon in distress. The dragon named Toru has the ability to magically transform to an adorable human girl, albeit with horns and a long tail, who will do anything to pay off her debt of gratitude, whether Miss Kobayashi likes it or not. With a very persistent and Anora's dragon as a roommate, nothing can come easy, and Misa Kobayashi's normal life is about to go off the deep end. I don't know. I would put that to the side and I'll watch it for myself. I'll have to gauge the waters and see how the anime community are receptive to it, if I spend my time on it or not. So, Rekenzan Ecchi no Shikaku, Studio Dean, Comedy, Fantasy, Magic. Now, there's a lot of fantasy in this season as well, and I would love to pick up a fantasy. That's why I'm doing Grand Blue, because, I missed out on doing, Log Horizon, Sword Art, Don Machi, and things like that because, I wasn't doing reviews at the time. But I would love to do a fantasy anime because I love fantasy anime. I love action. I love fantasy. I love getting into it and picking them apart and, and we all had ReZero, but ReZero was such a mixed bag of everything that I couldn't exactly call it just fantasy. So let's see what this is about, because I do like how this guy looks right here. In the story, a comet falling would bring about a great calamity in order to choose a child fated by the fallen comet. The family of Reikai clan, with long story history, is once again resuming its entrance examination process to find disciples. The protagonist, Oriku, Liu Kang in the original novel, who possesses a special soul that is only available once 1,000 years, decided to take the exam, and he starts down the path towards becoming an exceptional mage. Studio Dean notes that the anime will be full of gags. Now, if they're automatically promising that it's going to be funny, I'm going to put this on to considering and see how it fares out, because I take that back. I did watch Slayers. Slayers back in the day was my shit. And, that was a comedy fantasy. So if I could find something that's close to that, and it seems like this is going to be it, then I'll give it a shot at the very least. Now, All Out, let's go ahead and put All Out on my regret list, because I'm thoroughly enjoying All Out. I really am. And it's Madhouse. Madhouse doesn't disappoint. It's a new type of genre with sports and rugby. And again, I didn't get a chance to do a sports anime because I was trying to catch up to Haikyuu. But at the time, I was catching up with Danganronpa and a whole bunch of other things that I didn't get a chance to catch up to in time. And then I'll be coming in halfway through All Out, so I wouldn't be able to cover it, even though I am watching it. But if it's another sports anime that comes out that's not like a blatant trap like Yuri on Ice, then the next sports anime that is good, and I'm not talking about Yomanashi no Pedal, however you pronounce it, I think it's on his list. I'm not watching that, but if it's another good sports anime coming out, like something like boxing, basketball, or something, best believe your boy will be on it. So going down the line, next one is actually something that I already knew that I was going to review just because it has military and magic in it, and I like military. So I'm automatically going to put this on watching. I will be reviewing it, at the very least giving it the 3-episode test, and that is Yojo Senki Military Magic Studio Nut. I do not know who the fuck they are. It's based off a light novel, which has been popular as of late because manga is sparse. It seems like everything coming out now is based off a light novel. That's a Friday, but I don't think I have anything else going on Friday right now. So let's dive into this and see what it's about. On the front line of war, there's a little girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, and porcelain white skin. She commands the army with a lisping voice. Her name is Tanya Dugurachev, but in reality, she is one of Japanese most elite salarymen. Reborn as a little girl after angering a mysterious being, X, who calls himself God. This little girl who prioritizes over everything else efficiency in her own carrier will become the most dangerous being amongst the sorcerers of the Imperial Army. So it sounds interesting, but at the same time, it sounds like it can go really left field. So I will give it a 3-episode test, but again, because it's military, I'm going to go ahead and watch it. If you guys have been with my channels for a while or since I started, you know I covered Joker Game, and I covered it all the way through the end, even though everybody dropped it. So military is one of my favorite genres as well. My top genre overall is psychological, but military is up there too. I mean, come on, I'm a Gundam guy, so I gotta like military. That's something about JC Staff. I like JC Staff. I'm passing on that. Gintama. Now, Gintama, people have been saying, Scott, you need to watch Gintama. And the thing is, I hear you guys. I have watched Gintama. Hell, I actually cheated and watched the entire last season of Gintama. But the thing is, Gintama is like 400 fucking episodes. That's like me asking somebody to watch One Piece right now. As much as I love Gintama, as epic as Gintama is, I can't cover it, guys. I can't. There'll be too many episodes for me to catch up to. And I know Gintama is a comedy series. You don't necessarily need to know the story. But the thing is, in between all of that comedy, they put in a serious story. And then they'll come back like 20, 30 episodes later. So I am proud that we are going to see Gintama adapted fully because the manga is ending. And I think it's going to coincide with the anime. But I got to pass on Gintama. It's just too many episodes for me to pass up on. Now, the next anime is something that as soon as I saw what it was and who it was by, I automatically said I'm covering that. So this will be a review. Aka 13 is drama. It's Police, and it is by Godhouse, aka Madhouse. So I automatically have to give it a chance, even though Bones is coming for their neck. I have to watch it. So, the Kingdom of Doa, which is subdivided into 13 states, is celebrating its monarch's 99th birthday. These 13 states have many agents that are controlled by a giant organization known as Akka. Within Akka, Gene Otis is the second in command, and of the inspection agency, his agency has 10 people placed in each of the 13 states with a central office in the capital city. They keep track of all the activities Akka across the kingdom and keep data on each of Akka's state's office. Flowing towards the central office, Jin also often has business trips from the capital and other districts to check on the situation and personnel there. Sounds boring as hell, but it's Madhouse, and Madhouse usually won't bring you crap. So I like the character designs. I like the premise of it overall. So I'm definitely going to be reviewing this one. Hey, if it's crap, I'll be done in 3 episodes. So, Seren Fight! I'm not watching that. I just wanted to scream that. Gabriel Dropout? No. One Room? No. Gundam? You guys already know I'm covering Gundam. Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju and something else long. Oh my god. This anime is amazing, people. Amazing. Let me say it one more time. This anime is amazing. I literally just finished season 1 Sunday night, last week approximately. And I was so drawn in by it that I watched it's 13 episodes, season 1. I watched the first 7 Saturday, and then the Sunday I finished it off. And it takes a bit to get into because that first episode is 40 minutes. It's very long. It's very contemporary. But this is one of the best written series of 2016. Now, I won't be covering again because it's a season 2. So I don't want to jump in covering a season 2 or something if I haven't covered it already. But I definitely recommend that you guys give this series a try. It is phenomenal. If you want to know more about it, check out Sloan the Female Otaku's reviews on them. She's highly recommending this as well. Actually, she recommended I watch it. So, with that being said, I love Showa, but I'm not going to be reviewing it. Yowamushi Pedal, New Generation. I'm looking for a sports anime, but again, this is season 3, so I won't be able to get into that. Super Lovers, get the fuck out of here. No. Is there any way that you can just block this? I'm not watching that. Spirit Pack, fantasy, but I see 2 dudes with their heads touched together, so no. Schoolgirl Strikers, animation channel. It's done by JC Staff. Action School, TV adaptation of Square Enix's smartphone light novel RPG app Schoolgirl Strikers, It's not that much information on it. I'm going to put it on watch because it's action. It's by JC Staff. And hopefully it'll be better than Taboo Tattoo. And I'll put that under live react. I would live react to this because when something is just straight up action, just like Handshakers, the best way you can go about it is live reacting, I feel. This is a short. Bong Dream, music. No, I'm not into music anime. Even though I did watch Kids on the Slope and Beck. Chicks on Bikes. Maybe. No. Nayako Days. No. Oni Hayes as Samurai. Okay, I am in. Historical Seinen. Studio M2. Let's do it. January 10th. It's a Tuesday. It's okay. It looks like I got a good blend of stuff being spread out too. Let's see. The Blade Arts of the Devil tasked with striking down evil, threatening peaceful Edo. So this takes place in the Edo period. Heizu Hasegawa upholding the role of chief officer protecting against crime and arson. In 1783, the heart of the Tenmei era, Hasegawa held the office of chief director of the department charged with sustaining safety in the region, suppressing the most violent thieves and criminals, an individual largely feared, renowned as Devil Heizo. Now, this sounds like this might be real life. And I'm itching to cover something like Rurouni Kenshin. So, 13 episodes is based off of a novel. Let's set that to review. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm going to give it a test run and see how it says. Now, I came into this video saying this was going to be sparse, and I have to beat on 10 things right now. So, Looks like I'm still going to have a pretty full schedule. I think I'm actually getting loaded on a day like Monday or something for some reason, but let's see where we go from here. I remember last winter, it was like absolutely nothing going Monday. Like, it was nothing to watch. A lot of reviewers were saying, man, Monday is like my chill day because nothing comes on. Looks like anything else here I'm not covering. Now, Tiger Mask, I do apologize for Tiger Mask, guys. I know I start off doing live reactions for Tiger Mask, and I could very well still do live reactions for Tiger Mask because it's that accessible. So, barring and also counting that I'm still doing Dragon Ball, if I have enough time or if I have like some free time or something, I would really have to look at this again and just do my complete schedule and see when things go out. But if I have time, I might pick up Tiger Mask again. Osumasu. This was actually a television short. I actually watched this. Funny as hell. And that's why I was saying, if we get another season of Mr. Osumasu, which is done by Studio Clown, but hey, they actually did a good job with this, I would definitely be there. Definitely check out the special. Check out this series if you haven't. Again, it's like Animaniacs, but it's an anime. It's raunchy as hell. It's funny. I highly recommend it. Let's see what we have here. So it looks like I'm covering nothing else on this list. Okay, guys. So it looks like I actually have a pretty decent list of things that I'm going to be looking at. So as far as live reactions, I can tell you that I will be live reaction to Handshakers and where is it? Schoolgirl Strikers. Unless it turns out being crap. So that's 2 live reactions. Masamune. That's going to be a review / first impression. Kuzo no Honkai, same thing, review / first impression. So nothing in stone at this point. Handshakers, Chaos Child, those are going to be in stone. So that's 2. We'll leave the possibles out. Let's look at the for sures. For sures are going to be Chaos Child, Handshakers, Little Witch Academia, Chain Chronicle, Yojo Senki, and Aka. And after that, it's a bunch of possibles. And Onihei. So again, those are be the things I'll review for sure. But let's see how many things I have on the list altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And somehow I still came out of this with 11 things. So, just to give you guys a rundown, and again, I'll have to see how things go to decide what I'm going to review or not. I got to put this list together. I just wanted to make this video to let you know where I stand as far as the winter season goes. So, everything I'm going to list right now, expect at the very least a first impression video. Masamune-kun no Revenge. Kuzu no Hanakai 2. Chaos Child 3. Handshakers 4. Little Witch Academia 5. Chain Chronicle 6. Grand Blue Fantasy 7. Rekizan 8. Yojo Senki 9. Aka 10. Schoolgirl Strikers 11. Onihei 12. So that's 12 things. That's still a pretty full schedule on top of leftovers, and I'm also doing, manga reviews. But if they're spread out pretty good, then all is well. It just looks like the workload would be no different than what it is right now. So guys, thank you very much for watching this very long video. I know it's been going on for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is what I'm going to be watching and covering for this winter 2017 season. If it's anything on here again that you think I really should get on in place of something else, let me know. I'll look at it, I'll consider it, because I'm going to be giving everything a fair shot. It's just going to be a matter if I decide to actually do like a full review for it. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys, and get back to the 12 days of anime, because it is getting crunch time. I mean, it's already going on, but that pressure is getting in because it's very challenging and very fun, but challenging at the same time. So, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's not a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel, and as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me, and I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. And funny because I did that just like I actually had a camera and you guys can see me, but anyway, you know what I mean. So on that note, it's your boy Infrar-Ed signing out. See you soon.